Hey, my name is Lucas.
And my name is Jacob.
The Bro Show Podcast.
Oh my
sorry,
gosh.
guys. Sorry, guys. I am I'm sick right now.
You're so silly and goofy.
I know.
With that cough for a joke. It was a joke, right?
It was. I didn't exaggerate it, but I did feel it. I had to cough.
Oh, it was like
the
a
normal
mix.
cough would have been like, or like that sort of thing, but I had to like let it out.
Oh yeah.
Because I've been sick all week.
Yeah, you're
Does my
like,
nose still? Do I still sound like it?
a little bit. You're like so contagious with like the thing that he has.
I know Jacob's okay with being around me. Obviously, just so you guys know, like I told him like I am sick. But he's like, oh, whatever, I might get it. but it's not COVID. I've been tested literally 3 times.
It's something actually worse.
No, it is something worse.
But it's not like widespread, so it's fine.
Oh yeah, but I've been tested literally 3 times because, as you guys know, we were in New York City. So I was like, are you kidding me? I was like, we went to New York City and I got it, but nope, just a cold. And I think I know the exact moment when I got it too. So I want to do a little warning to everyone.
Okay,
So we were in the hotel elevator. I touched the ground level button, which everyone in the hotel touches that button because everyone's going to the ground level, you know?
Oh yeah, for
so
sure.
I touched that. I didn't think anything of it. I got out of the elevator and put my finger inside my nose. And I know that's embarrassing to admit.
So
but
why did you put your finger in your nose? Because there's a booger, like, you
It had
know
an
why.
itch. It was like an itch. So like I put my finger like in my nose up, the exact same finger that touched the lobby button. And then I remember vividly thinking, I was like, shit. I was like, I'm literally gonna get sick. I was like, why did I do that? And then I remember reading this article about like some apartment building or something. Everyone got COVID from the elevator. But so I was like, great.
Well, I just have one question, and I'm not one to shame people, but if you have an itch in your nose, like, why don't you just touch the outside? Like, I could see myself doing what you did,
but to my defense, it was literally 5 a.m. because we were on the way to the airport, so like I was kind of out of it.
Oh, for a second, I was like, oh, like you guys like went to a party at 5 a.m. Okay.
I know, like, we were on the way to the airport, and I was just kind of out of it.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah,
then.
but it is weird. I mean, I don't even know if that's actually how I got the cold, but the reason why I think that is because Matthew and Jacob are completely healthy. And you guys didn't stick your finger up your nose. So we didn't get it from like a restaurant or something. What?
But I eat a bunch of vegetables.
Well, that's true. I am very disgusting.
I'm joking.
But yeah, just a little PSA. Don't put your finger up your nose.
Yeah,
after
so
you're in an elevator.
If you think Lucas's voice sounds more low or something, he's not trying to act like he's like John Cena. He just has this cold.
I actually do like how it isn't as bad today, but like 2 days ago when I really had the cold, I was in the car for some reason. I think I was like getting Starbucks or something, and I was singing along to music I was listening to, and I was like, this voice is so cool. Like it sounded like I was like Miley Cyrus. You know, she sounds so raspy and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, I wish I had this voice forever.
Just always sound so raspy.
Yeah.
Just smoked a pack of cigs.
But I'm assuming my real voice is going to come back.
That's so sad.
But, bro of the week.
It's kind of funny because we legit forgot about it for the last 2 weeks.
Yes, we weren't in the studio. We were out and about. So we didn't do bro of the week for the last 2 weeks. Literally nobody mentioned it. But we're gonna
keep doing it.
We're gonna keep doing it, even though it wasn't missed.
Sometimes you have to do things for yourself.
Yeah, it's just for us.
Yeah.
Bro of the week, as you can see, is Ashlyn.
Hello, Ashlyn.
Yeah, she wrote a little message. Hey, I'm Ashlyn. I'm 17 years old, and I'm from Seattle. My address is... Just kidding, she didn't give her address, but she's from Seattle.
Oh, okay.
I'm really sad the Patreon is coming to an end. But we will still always be bros at heart. We will, Ashlyn. Also, I vote for more Ethan Cruikshank content. Anyway, here's a photo featuring me and my pup. I didn't even notice her dog in the background. There's a dog in the background.
Oh, it kind of looks also like a demon. No, you're like your dog is cute, but I'm saying since I didn't notice it, but now I just noticed it, it looks like a ghost or something.
Oh yeah, like when I first saw it, I was a little bit shocked because it's like this little shadow in the background.
I felt like I was in a ghost movie for a second.
But she wants more Ethan content, which Ethan's... Is he 7? He's 18.
Yeah.
Oh, so like since they're both like teens, like she wants more teens on the show.
Oh, yeah.
You should have more teens on here.
I think I'm going to have to contact Famous Birthdays and tell them to change my age.
Oh,
to
you're
like
not
16
a teen anymore.
To like 16. Yeah, just
Imagine
16.
if every episode we had Ethan and his friends on. It's like, what are you guys doing?
I'd just
Trying to
be-
be, and we pretend to be your teens. Well, for you it'd be fine because you're literally 20.
No, but it'd just be funny if we just said like they were saying like, oh yeah, like we went to this high school party and we were like, oh yeah, like yeah.
Like, we all went like the bowling alley a couple nights ago. But we should have another Ethan episode.
He's been on twice, right?
Yeah, and he's 18 now, so he could like smoke cigarettes on here.
Not
Actually,
not in
no.
Nebraska.
Is that just in Nebraska?
I don't know if it's just Nebraska, but I think you have to be 21 now. So I actually can't like maybe some gas station would, but legally like I can't buy cigarettes.
That is crazy. What about vaping?
I think that's also 21.
So all these people, when you went to high school, you said all these people were vaping. They were having their parents buy the vape, or what was the deal?
I think people that are above 21 just sell it to.
I'm not. When you turn
People in
21,
high
side
school.
hustle. Go to the mall and say, "Okay, I can give everyone a vape. You have to give me $5 extra."
One time, one of my friends wanted like a vape thing, so I was like, okay, like, well, like, should I even be saying this on the podcast?
It's fine. You can say it's a joke if
Well,
anyone actually tries
okay.
to come at you for legal reasons.
Okay, because I don't want to have like, okay, well, I did have a fake ID at one point, and and I told my friend about it.
Allegedly. Say allegedly.
Oh yeah, allegedly. I
So
don't
then if it's in court, they can't hold you to
everything
you.
I do is a character.
Yeah. I'm going to start saying allegedly for everything.
I know, it just reminds me of Erica Jane from Real Housewives.
Okay, so allegedly you had a fake ID at one point.
Yeah, and I went into like this vape shop,
Allegedly.
and they said, oh, it's fake, so I couldn't get it.
Wait, they just said it to your face?
Well, it worked at one actually, but then the other one it didn't work.
And they let you keep it?
No, well, the one that it worked, I just got it, but then this was like the same night, but they wanted something else. But we just like hanging out, so
Yeah.
but it didn't work at the other place.
But they let you keep the ID? Like even though they knew it was fake?
yeah.
Oh my
Well,
gosh.
like, it was one of those things where I'm pretty sure I was kind of like sly about it because I think I like still had it in my hand when I was showing it to them.
Then did you like walk out so fast? Like were they even mad or were they just like were they just chill like this is fake? Or were they
Well,
like this is
this is
fake and
what-
if you we're calling the police?
This is what actually happened. So they actually mentioned you. So it was this. It was
Wait,
this
how
vape
have you
shop.
never told me this?
I don't know why, but there was this one vape shop, and so I guess the guy that was working went to the same high school as me. Okay.
Okay.
And then I walked in and he said, oh, are you Lucas Cruikshank's brother? And
Did
then
he actually say Lucas Crookshank or did he say Fred?
I think he said Lucas Cruikshank.
Oh my god.
And then I said, yeah. And then okay, so this is how I ended up getting caught basically. Also, he just thought the ID looked fake. But then also somehow I got caught in this lie because I said yeah. And then he asked how old is your brother or something. And then I said your age. And then somehow he found out I was lying because then I said I'm his younger brother, but then...
Well, I would have been way over 21.
No, but then I forgot exactly how it happened, but I remember they mentioned you, and then that somehow got me caught up in this lie of my age actually wasn't... No, this is what happened. This is what happened. Okay, I think this is what happened. Basically, they mentioned your age, and then somehow they asked me, are you still in high school or something? And then I might have stupidly said yes. So, but somehow they mentioned you, and that got me caught up in a lie that I'm not actually 21.
Oh, okay.
So you actually ruined it.
Sorry.
You allegedly ruined it.
Sorry. I'm actually glad. 'cause
Well, I
you shouldn't...
actually, to be, like, I'm not even trying to seem like a goody two shoes, but I've only, like, vaped once. Like, I haven't ever actually bought a vape.
I'm trying to think if I ever have vaped.
If anyone was wondering, I'm not going to judge anyone if they do, but obviously, like, it is bad for you, but a bunch of people do stuff that's bad for you. I think, like, drinking is really bad for you. And all
I'm
that
so
stuff.
thankful I've never gone into vaping because that would be the hardest addiction, I feel like. Because you're vaping everywhere. You can vape anywhere.
Oh, yeah, you can even do it in, like, it's not like like, public places say not to do it, but you could obviously secretly do it.
I know, I'm assuming when you go to the movies here, people are vaping in there, you know? Like just vaping into their sweater.
Yeah, like, this is probably so risky, but even on planes, probably.
I know, but like that would... Imagine how addicted you would be, because at least back in the olden days of cigarettes, you could only do it outside, unless... Well, I guess back in the day, you could do it inside.
And
But
it isn't smelly, so no one knows.
Yeah, just... You
It
know?
is like a web that you could easily get caught in.
If you're a vapor, quit right now. This is your sign. Switch to... What could I switch to?
You could...
Just taking deep breaths. Maybe, I bet you what you're actually addicted to is the deep breaths.
You're actually addicted to meditation.
Yeah, so maybe throughout the day, take a few deep breaths. Act like you're vaping.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because when you smoke, you take deep breaths.
Literally.
Do a deep breath with me, guys.
Okay, let's all do a deep breath as a bro community.
Okay.
I'm not kidding.
Through your nose.
No matter where you are, like, you can take a deep breath. Okay. I'll tell you guys what to do because I'm an expert at this.
Okay.
So I can actually do it with you guys. Okay. Take a deep breath through your nose for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 2 seconds. Out through your mouth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
I'm so glad I got to do that with you guys. But the one thing I have with that breathing technique is that it feels like I don't get a full breath. So I'm breathing through my nose, but I feel like to fully get a full breath, I would have to do one little breath through my mouth.
Oh, yeah. I was actually listening to this neurology. I follow this neurology guy on Instagram. I think he's actually real. Maybe it's just all a scam. But he said something about you shouldn't breathe through your mouth.
Oh, okay. It's funny that you mentioned that because I was watching this interview with this ultra marathoner. First of all, I want to talk I want to learn more about ultra marathons. Okay. I feel like anyone would think this is insane. These people run 100 miles. But
What?
it takes like 3 days or like, I don't know how long. But they run like 100 miles and like their feet get cut up and shit.
Oh my God.
watching
How much food do they have to eat?
I think they just like eat and they just keep running. Like, so they end up sleeping, but it just is like they run 100 miles in like 4 days or whatever.
Oh my God. That is insane.
I know. And I think there's one of these events is in the desert.
Okay,
So
so it's
you'd
like
be like-
blistering heat.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
But this ultra marathoner said that he started running. When he runs, he breathes through his nose, and I've like, so I run sometimes, and I've tried it. But breathing through your nose, like it's not like I don't believe these people. It's so good for you, I'm guessing, like they say. But breathing, it's like an adjustment because I feel like you aren't used to it. Like it doesn't feel like you're getting the full benefit of breathing.
Oh yeah.
If that makes sense.
I don't really know what I do normally. I don't even know.
But why did the neurologist say that breathing through your nose is so much better? Does it release?
I guess your nose has more of a filter. So like you won't get sick as much and all this stuff.
Oh, okay.
And then there was also other reasons. Like he said something about facial structure. I was like, it makes your facial structure. I don't even know. But right now, breathing through my nose isn't really an option.
It is so funny when
Sorry for all these like disgusting burps I'm not even commenting on.
It is funny when you think about blinking or breathing, because then I'm like, wait, now I have to think about breathing and blinking, and I can't even focus on what I'm doing. It doesn't happen to me as much anymore. When I was like in elementary school, I remember thinking about me blinking, and then I was like, bitch, why did I think about me blinking? Because now I have to blink all day.
And could you imagine if you had to consciously do it each time?
That would be the most annoying shit.
But yeah.
Or like, what if you consciously felt every single part of your body?
Okay. Or yeah, that would just be weird.
Because
what do you even feel when you actually get down to it?
Nothing. I'm joking.
But like I'm never like thinking about my toes, but like they're just there.
This is just proof that your mind's so amazing, because there's been times where there's an itch on me and I'm just like, just for fun, I'm like, okay, like obviously there's parts of my body that itch that I don't know about, so I'm just not gonna itch it, and then like you just forget about it.
Oh yeah, that is weird.
So like you feel nothing. I'm joking. By the way, if you guys want to know, if any of you guys are on Reddit, so we actually did have a Reddit like 3 years ago or 2 years ago.
Yes.
Called Crookshank. But then the moderator like got banned from Reddit or something.
Oh yeah, the person who made the community got kicked off Reddit.
But
I don't know what they were posting on the other subreddits, but they got banned from the whole website.
Yeah, we have no idea. But then someone else made a Reddit called Lucas and Jacob. We aren't the moderators. I don't even know who made it. But I just thought I should promote that on the podcast. So then if you have something that you want to talk about, something that you want us to talk about on this podcast, or like just anything, then like we can just look at that sometimes, because we don't have a Patreon anymore. So
oh yeah, because the Patreon was sort of where you could talk to other bros, but now you can go to the subreddit if that interests you.
Yeah,
meet other
Lucas
bros in the
and Jacob.
wild.
Yeah, it gets pretty crazy.
Who knows? Like your spouse could be in that community.
Wait, what? Oh,
Like-
your spouse? Can you picture?
Yeah, some listener, like their spouse might be another bro in the Lucas and Jacob subreddit.
That's true. Very well could happen.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's something that you can think about.
Um,
That costs like $20 a month to join, but you can think about it.
Can you imagine if we did have the Reddit cost money to
Can
join?
you do that?
I don't think.
You know the Sultan Reddits? Well, you have to get approved to join them.
Oh,
You know
I
those
think
Reddits
I've
where,
heard
like,
of that.
You can you like join it, but it's pending.
Oh, and like, how do they decide if you're eligible?
Maybe they just look at your past posts, but I also don't understand it because some of these subreddits have like 500,000 followers, or I don't know, mumbles or whatever you call it. So you're saying that a moderator chose accept and 500,000
They
people?
clicked that button 500 times.
Oh,
There better
people
be a one where you can just accept everyone.
Yeah, or people that have private Instagram accounts and they've always been private, but they have like 100,000 followers. Is there an accept all button, or do they individually accept people?
Probably
I am so
individually.
curious. Well, I guess every day you do like 10, so then like it doesn't actually seem like a lot.
I am really sad because I'm not in Lana Del Rey's secret Instagram that's private.
Why doesn't she just go back to her main? And I guess she just wants to be with like her Cole fans. Or
I
something.
know, and there actually was a moment where she made it public for a couple of minutes so people could join.
Oh my
But
god!
then I wasn't there for that, so I'm not in it.
But have you tried to join? Because maybe she'd accept you.
I don't. You can try to join.
Oh, yeah, if Instagram is private, you can.
Oh, I think I
request.
asked, but I don't think I've been accepted.
Oh.
But like, apparently she's just talking about such crazy stuff in there.
Are you joking?
I'm kidding, but
Well,
like in my imagination, like on the private Instagram, there's like so much going on that I'm missing out on.
Don't people just leak it on Reddit? I'm
Probably.
just assuming.
That's true.
But yeah. Anything else we want to say about breathing?
Nope. I'm glad we all took a deep breath together. And one of the bros did DM me on Instagram, and she worked at a popular fast food joint. And she
Wait,
was
you're
like,
not gonna say which one?
no, because like what she says is like pretty juicy.
Oh, because like, what if like we get our own mail there one day?
Oh yeah, like I don't want to break any relationships because like she had a bad experience, but like I'm still down to work with you guys. I'm just kidding. But
It's so funny, like picturing like, okay, so it turns out this brand this turns out this singer killed someone, but it's like, but like I'm still gonna be nice because if like they ever want to collab with me.
oh yeah, I'll still be down to do a feature. But
Okay, what's this?
But it's so funny because I'm pretty sure what she said at the beginning of the DM was like, I know you guys are really into fast food, so like, do you want to hear my story about working at a fast food place?
So like, okay, what I was about to say, who isn't into fast food, but obviously.
I know the sad thing is a lot of people.
Well, okay, so I don't know if won this category, but if anyone that's listening watches Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, there is some people, this might be us, I'm not sure, who brand themselves as fast food people. For example, Lisa Barlow.
Yeah, she said she eats there every day, right?
She always, like, every episode she mentions, like, oh yeah, like, I always just get Taco Bell for dinner, and like, and I'm guessing that's basically us, but it's just funny, like, branding yourself as a fast food person.
No, I think we accidentally have branded ourselves as fast food people. There's no going back. Nobody wants to get some $30 overdraft fee when your online checking account balance is running low. We all know overdraft fees have gotten way out of hand, and just a fact, in 2019, traditional banks took $11 billion in overdraft fees. But Chime does things differently. Thanks, Chime, for sponsoring the podcast. Chime is an award-winning app and debit card that has saved its members more than $10 billion in overdraft fees with the Spot Me fee-free overdraft. Eligible members can overdraft up to $200 on debit card purchases and cash withdrawals with absolutely no fees, honey.
Now, you deserve to have financial peace of mind. Join the millions of Americans already loving Chime. Sign up takes only 2 minutes and doesn't affect your credit score. Get started today at chime.com/LucasJacob. That's chime.com/LucasJacob.
Banking services provided by and debit card issued by the Bancorp Bank or Stride Bank N.A. members FDIC. Spot Me eligibility requirements apply. Overdraft only applies to debit card purchases and cash withdrawals. Limits start at $20 and may be increased up to $200 by Chime. Chime member overdraft fee savings based on eligible members' use of Spot Me v $33 average overdraft fee. Overdraft fee data based on Bankrate checking account survey and CRL June 2020 overdraft fees report. So let's hear the tea about the experience. Okay, so T. I worked at blank for about half a year during the height of COVID. And oh my lord, I was super sick with a fever of 104, and my manager asked me to sit in the freezer to take my fever down. And this was in the middle of the outbreak, I guess. Like, there are no vaccines, anything.
Wait, just by this right now.
What?
If the story ended right here, I am already beat. I'm already, like, disgusted with whoever did that.
I know, I love how, like, also, like, clarifying, like, it was during COVID. Like, even if that wasn't during COVID, like, someone has 104 fever and you're asking them to stay there?
No, I'm no scientist, but I'm pretty sure if you have a fever, you can't make it go down. It just will go down naturally.
I guess it did go down.
What?
So she sat in the freezer for 30 minutes, which, by the way, that's a long time to sit in a freezer. Like, that seems unsafe.
No, okay. First of all, with these freezers, I'd be so scared to go into one because I don't know if these stories are true, but we've all heard, like, that whole story of, like, someone gets stuck in a freezer inside of a factory.
Walk-in freezers are not fun.
They're terrifying, actually.
So after 30 minutes in the walk-in freezer, my temperature went down for only, like, 5 minutes, though. And then my fever came back, and this bitch put me on the fryers making fries for an hour. I begged to go home, and they told me they would write me up if I left. Is this a real thing?
Even if you have you legit have a fever, you still can't go home?
I'm sure she could, but, like, if she was, like, I think she was worried because they were saying, like, we're gonna write you up
like,
and all this stuff.
Yeah, like, she could go home, but you're able to write someone up even if they have a fever.
Yeah, but then she goes on to say she literally did have COVID, she found out. So they were just had someone with COVID there, they didn't care. Anyway, it goes on. She said she worked with a creepy old man named Vincent who literally did cocaine in the back of the store. He would smoke blunts through the drive-thru. Then she says, I'm kind of guilty of doing that too. Because I guess, like, she was like, what are you guys doing? But then she was like, I guess I'll do it too. So, like, she also smoked weed through the drive-thru.
Smoking weed?
Oh, she didn't do coke. She smoked blunts through the drive-thru window.
Okay, I've thought this so many times before, and this is why I agree with one of our sisters. One of our sisters actually kind of doesn't like fast food anymore. Kind of just being like it just is gross because I feel like people do gross things to the food, and, like, this is proof.
But they didn't put coke in the food.
No, like, what I'm saying...
like a little residual.
No, what I'm saying is just, like, obviously, like, it's not, like, quality food if someone's, like, smoking a blunt on top of it, you know?
Oh, yeah. Also, but it must have been, like... This must have been, like, the night shift, I'm guessing. Because you can't just be during the day smoking weed out of McDonald's drive-thru window.
That's what I'm guessing.
This was, like, 4 a.m.
This is... Or, like, even at, like, 10 a.m. No, like, 10 p.m. Like, it's, like, getting less busy, you know?
Yeah, I just don't picture someone's, like, 1 p.m. lunch hour doing coke in the back. Like, that is...
Or even smoking a blunt in the drive-thru.
Weed is one thing, like, you can't hide. It reeks.
No.
Like, the whole restaurant would reek.
Maybe I'm just naive, but I didn't know that people were legit smoking blunts in the drive-thru. Like, what I thought was happening was, like, people would go to the bathroom and, like, smoke a blunt. But then it's happening in the drive-thru. I guess
through the drive-thru window. They go on to say another employee came into work on acid, and she kept telling me she was freaking out, but she was working the window, I guess. So someone on acid was working in the drive-thru window. But she said she couldn't see the screen right because everything was blurry. But yeah. She also just goes on to say, thank you guys for making the podcast.
Oh, you're welcome.
Oh, yeah, thank you for sharing those stories. I'm sorry you had to even go through that. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, no one should be treated by like that by an employee.
Oh, yeah, that's absolutely horrible.
But thanks for, I guess, sharing your experience. Yeah.
But I am really surprised about the acid thing.
I know.
I mean,
this had to have been night shift.
I can picture, like, it's for sure, like, it's 100%. Like, I believe it. People are doing acid at fast food places.
Do you think, like, often?
I don't think often, but, like, it's happening.
Because I would assume, like, if you do enjoy doing acid, like, you wouldn't do it at work because that'd just be stressful.
But what?
Like, imagine being like, I had to figure out all these orders and everything. Like, that would just be annoying. Like, you want to do it on your own time and you actually can enjoy it.
What I got the vibe was, like, okay, it was this person who was just hanging out with her friend, and, like, her friend was like, wait, have you ever done acid? And she was like, no. And she's like, oh, well, I have some. And then she just took it, and she's like, oh, shit, I have work in 2 hours.
Or, like, yeah, maybe she thought, like, it'd be, like, a cute, like, 10-minute thing, and she's like, wait, why is it going away?
It was, like, 6 hours or whatever. Whoa, wow.
Oh, yeah.
That's all I can say. So we talked about on our last podcast words that we think are, like, just gross us out.
Oh, yeah, mine was dudette.
And mine was horny. And someone commented, words that make me internally cringe. And they said vibes, flex, slay. Now, the reason why I mentioned this on the podcast is because I still think this, but it's so interesting because I do think vibes is kind of just, but if you watch like this podcast or listen, if you talk to me in real life, like I say vibes all the effing time,
Yeah.
but I've thought this for like probably like a while. Like vibes isn't like vibes. It just gives up like fake psychic person.
I kind of like it though.
Oh yeah, like I'm not gonna like try to change myself, but
That is like
I
being like
agree.
the vibes are off because sometimes they are.
Yeah, vibrations are real
Yeah, so it's like you go into a place and the vibes are just either up or down.
for sure. What about flex?
Flex. I just feel like I kind of like all of these words, slay, flex, and stuff. Because for the most part, unless I'm missing something, I feel like people say them as a joke, right?
Oh yeah, I feel like even with vibes, I feel like most people that say that are kind of just like obviously like it's kind of a joke.
And also like flexing, and I feel like it's mostly like I guess I'm just picturing from what I've seen online. It's usually, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or even like slaying, it's like always trying to be like over the top, like yes, slay. Slay has been around for a long time, though. We got to give it that.
Oh, wait, hasn't
It's
it been
stuck
around for
around.
like 8 years?
I think slay. The first time I remember hearing it was around the Bay era. People say, "Oh, my Bay's here." Oh my God, my Bay. Bay went away.
Is slay still a thing? No, I actually don't know.
I think like people still, if you say it, like it wouldn't be like, "What are you saying?" But if you said Bay, it's like, "Wait, what?" But if someone said like, "Oh my God, slay," like it's sort of like it's still acceptable in a way.
I can't believe it
At
started.
least in my world, maybe it isn't.
It started in like the Vine era.
How did that survive and Bay didn't?
Well, like I feel like Bay was like associated with like Nash Graham and stuff, and people got like annoyed with him since people said he was cringy and stuff, you know. Whereas like Slay wasn't associated with him.
Oh yeah. What other
That's
words
my
are kind
guess.
What other words were like from the Bay era? Like AF kind of was maybe from that.
Oh, AF.
What else?
Even though like that still isn't like out.
Yeah. Why did Bay go out though?
Because I actually do get why it's out. Because it's like, golly.
My Bay.
I just thought about it since we're talking about Vine. Remember when everyone was doing those things on Vine? Baby, grind on me. And the whole thing was just, I'm going to hump the floor and like try to be sexual about it. And like try to gain some like fan goals following me because like I have a 6-pack, you know?
Little did they know that like TikTok, like there's so many trends probably every day you can do to be like, here's me, like this is me. Here's like just me being hot.
Oh yeah, and you just like do something.
Yeah.
That's funny. The grind to me it's just so funny because it's just humping the floor.
That was the first of its kind.
Yeah.
Was it the first internet trend that was like sexual?
I feel like that'd be hard to say because I think if we really thought about it,
The other half, we're probably forgetting something. But I'm thinking of as like ice bucket challenge, planking. Like those were just like
planking.
humor. Remember like people just do like a plank and they'd be like, I'm planking on something.
I actually don't know.
Really? You don't remember? You for sure no. Remember everyone would like lay on things. They would lay straight on things.
Why is this a challenge though?
I know, but you remember this?
It does kind of ring a bell. It does like kind of ring a bell.
Like everyone would be like laying straight.
It was a Vine thing, right?
Yeah, I think it was just like a funny thing for some reason.
Plank? That's funny. Oh, what was that other trend like? Cam. And you shove like a cake in someone's face.
Oh, smash cam. Was that what it was, or slap cam?
Smash cam or slap cam.
Oh, you can throw whipped cream on someone. That's so annoying.
I know that one just. I'm glad like that isn't a thing. I mean, it probably.
I'm pretty
is
sure
a
I
thing
did
on
it though.
TikTok. What?
I'm pretty sure I did a video about smash cam though.
Oh, I would kind of remember that.
Remember, it was like, oh my God, this is the new thing. I was like, I'm gonna get so many people to do a smash cam video. Like it was just smash cam. People was so annoying.
I feel like the difference between like Vine and now. So like I feel like as the internet keeps growing, there's like so much more happening. So now if someone asks me, what are the trends? Like I don't even know what to answer. Whereas like in 2013, if someone asked what are the trends, I'd say grind on me, smash cam. But you know nowadays, like I heard like a month ago there was this trend where like people in high school were flooding the bathrooms.
Oh yeah,
I had no idea about this, and there's so many other trends like I have no idea about, but still millions of people know about.
Wasn't it like literally like we are gonna destroy the bathroom? Wasn't it like ripping off the paper towels and then like stealing all the toilet paper for no reason but to be annoying?
But the thing about it is that it's not like a new thing because I don't know if this happened in your school, but in my middle school, like one time they had to close the bathroom because like someone purposely flooded it, you know?
Wait, really?
I think someone just turned on this thing. So like this trend is annoying, but I feel like kids have always been dicks like this.
That's so funny. Just being like, I'm gonna rip off shit off the wall and just do all this shit for no reason.
Yeah, and I do get why the trend like took off because there isn't any cameras in there, so like
also,
no one
like,
would know.
Obviously,
But
don't
it's
do
so
this.
dumb. Like, why are people doing that?
I know, don't do it. It's so annoying, but I do understand like the urge to ruin a room. You know.
But
like I would never do it, but like the thought of flooding a room like sounds so fun to me. I would never do it because I understand the consequences, but it does sound fun to just like turn on the sink until it flows into the ground and like turn on the bathtub and just watch it all just like crumble, you know?
I mean, yeah, but at the same time, like I just know, like even back in high school or middle school, like I never would have done it.
Oh, same. Because also I'd be so scared to get in trouble.
Oh yeah, because like I don't even know what would happen, but
Oh, I get spanked by the principal. I'm kidding.
is that still legal in like any states?
I don't know.
Getting spanked?
I do not know. But should we do our trivia game?
Oh yeah, trivia. 101 Pursuit. What's that game?
Trivia Pursuit.
Yeah, Trivia Pursuit. Okay.
Oh, the camera turned off.
Oh shit! We have to start over the whole entire podcast.
So basically this game is we both came up with trivia questions to ask one another, and we're gonna see who scores better, even though it won't necessarily be fair because the levels of difficulty between our questions might be different.
Oh yeah, like we had no one approve both of our questions, so that some of them could be easy. But I am excited to make you look like a dumbass.
I know, I'm excited. The goal is to make the other person look so dumb and embarrass them in front of the whole bro community.
Now Lucas came up with this idea, but I'm so glad you came up with the idea because like it's kind of like a theme. If you look at our comments, like people saying like, "Wait, you didn't know this was a thing?"
I know, and it's like,
so like,
oh, the
might
one.
as well just add to it.
Should
You
we
know?
say the most recent embarrassing one?
Oh
So
yeah.
last week, Jacob, we were talking about New York because we were in New York, and Jacob said, so one of the slogans for it is the city that's so big it was named twice, or something along those lines. And at the time, me and Jacob were like, why was it named twice? Like, we literally, in that podcast, we never said that it's because it's New York, the city and state. That didn't occur to us. So we were just so confused.
Yeah, but the funny thing is that so we filmed that on like a Thursday or something, and then I remember like a day later, it just like randomly popped in your head or something, and you said, "Oh, I know why it's called that because it's New York," and it's just so funny because like, yeah, that was our last scandal. Though.
And I do want to defend myself. Yes, I knew it was New York. I mean, I knew New York was a thing. Like, I knew it was the city and the state. You know what I mean? Because I remember being like in elementary school and being confused by that. Like, I remember being so confused about New York when I was like in third grade because I was like, so it's a state but also a city? Like, that always threw me off. But now I get it. New York.
Yeah, because the city's New York and the state's New York. Mm-hmm. So for some reason I had to go to court for this, and they said like, you're actually so dumb, we're gonna put you in prison. My defense would be, you know, when like you're when you're just thinking or talking, but you don't use like your full brain. You just like kind of just chilling.
Yeah.
Was if this was a quiz and someone said, why is it let's say that same twice? And I thought about it for like 30 seconds. I'm guessing I would think of it, but maybe I wouldn't.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah.
So
But
basically,
trivia questions.
so should we do all of ours at once or go back and forth? Or what should we do?
Back and forth.
Oh,
Okay. You can say you.
so
go
I
first.
found mine on a website. It was howstuffworks.com or something. And the title, because me and Jacob, you had the idea of doing, because at first when I had this idea, I was like, let's just do random questions. But you had the idea, it should be things that you should know. Right?
Yeah, most of mine are actually, if I'm being honest, like, it's funny saying this if you get them wrong, but they aren't like that hard.
What we mean is like, we aren't going to do like, how long is an alligator tail? Because it's like, who gives a shit? And no one knows that.
Yeah.
And if you do, go you, but you know what I mean? It's like stuff you don't really need to know.
For sure.
But we tried to find common questions that you should know.
Oh, like stuff that you actually need to know to survive.
Okay, so should I go first?
Yeah.
Okay, Jacob. What is the most populated country in the world?
Oh, China.
Jacob.
China's a continent.
I'm kidding. No, it's China.
Wait, China's not a continent.
China's a country.
Okay, wait,
Oh, China's in Asia. China's in Asia.
Yeah, because the reason why it's a continent, because you like
I know,
tricked
I
me. 'Cause I was
knowingly
like,
said like Jacob.
because I was like, wait, it's a continent?
you were right. It's China.
Oh yeah, because I was just looking yesterday, like I looked up how many people are in the U.S. and how many people are in China, because like the prison population in China is less than in the U.S., but there's like 4 times as many people.
That's crazy.
I know there's obviously like a problem with like the prison system, but that's not for today. But
So you got
I got
the
it right.
first one right.
Wait, should we actually do fingers?
Okay, so how about I do all of yours first so we don't get mixed up?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, so right now you have one right.
Okay.
How about only have a finger if you go in wrong?
Okay,
Right?
let's do wrong.
Okay.
I'd probably get out of the way.
What country was sushi made in? This one isn't like that common. Like obviously not everyone knows this. And I didn't really know it before I read it. You just guess.
Oh my gosh.
Like what would you assume if you just guessed?
North Korea.
Japan.
Oh.
Because you have one wrong.
I was kind of guessing.
I'll give you like, you can be off by like 5% because this is pretty just, you know what I mean? But what percent of the earth is water?
Oh, okay. 75%.
71. So
So I get that.
You got it.
Okay.
Is Africa a country or a continent?
It's a continent, right?
Yeah. It's so funny. I'm the dumbass because I wrote, is Africa a country or a continent? And then my answer is no. It's like, bitch, what? But it's a continent. Is cancer contagious?
No.
Oh, you're doing good. Which of these is not a major ocean? Arctic, Pacific, American, or Indian?
Indian.
American.
Is that even an ocean, by the way?
The American Ocean, I don't think.
Oh, okay.
Yes, but the Indian Ocean's, yes. You got that one
I
wrong.
got 2 wrong.
Eh.
Wait, and what are we at right now?
I think I had like 8 questions.
Okay.
Or maybe more. Is Washington, D.C. a state?
No.
Correct. You got that right.
Yeah,
Congrats.
because isn't that it's that one spot in the U.S. where like it's not even in a state, right?
Yeah, that's like some weird ass thing. No
It's
one
like
gets it.
I don't know what it is, but
How many countries are in the world?
countries.
You could be off by like 20 for this one, by the way, or even 50.
Would it be like 250?
It's 195. So do you get that?
No, I don't.
Okay, you're close though. What is the official language of the USA?
English?
There isn't one. What? I'm just kidding. That was a trick one.
Because
So you did get it wrong.
Isn't it a thing where like English is like almost tied with Spanish?
I don't know. I think that first, I remember actually hearing
Oh,
about
I
this in
think
school.
English is like 70%.
But I
or
remember
something.
there isn't an official language, even though like, you know what I mean? Like if you actually went by like what all the billboards are written in and all the signs, it would be English. But they don't have like, they haven't said like there's an official language.
Oh, okay. Well, does like Canada have an official language?
I honestly don't know. I think it's like different between territories there.
Oh, because they have like provinces.
Oh yeah. Is it true that pale people should wear sunscreen?
No, because everyone should wear the same amount of sunscreen.
Wait, did you read that? I thought I was gonna be able to trick you.
No, because when I was younger, I thought this, but I think I've watched too many skincare videos of people saying no matter what your skin tone is, you need.
Oh yeah, that
sunscreen.
was the answer. No matter what, pale, tan, no matter how much darkness is in your skin, you need to wear sunscreen.
Okay, so how many questions was it? Because we
Let's
need to like make it equal for the amount of questions.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay, I have 10 too, so I got 2 wrong.
Oh, that's pretty good. You got it 80%.
I know, like, to be honest, the ones that are hardest to me with these trivia questions, if we were gonna keep doing it, are the ones that involve maps. Like, for example, where was sushi made? I feel like I like kind of am just like, I
Also,
kind of
we were never taught that, at least in our schools, I'm guessing.
Well,
I
like-
don't ever remember learning that.
they like taught us about like we but I just feel like
Yeah,
there's
that's
so
why
much
we
to
weren't
know.
taught like what country is sushi made.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
But what was I gonna say? Oh, from listening to my questions, are yours like the same level of difficulty?
Yeah, I would actually say mine are the same level.
Okay, let's see how I do.
Because some of them are really easy, but then some of them are like, wait, I kind of have to think.
Oh, I'm excited.
Okay.
I feel like I'm on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
Oh, yeah, okay. Let's actually just like see how much you would
dun.
make. Let's say okay, so you're starting out at 100 grand. For each question you get wrong, we're taking off 15,000.
Oh,
Okay, let's see how much money you're going to get.
oh.
Today's episode is sponsored by Honey. We all shop online. In fact, I shop online more than I shop in than I shop in person. There's way more stuff to look at, and it just is easier shopping online. With shopping online, we've all seen that promo code failed taunt us at the checkout. Thanks to Honey, manually searching for coupon codes is a thing of the past. Honey is the free browser extension that scours the internet for promo codes and applies the best one it finds to your cart. Honey supports over 30,000 stores online. They range from sites that have tech and gaming products to popular fashion brands and even food delivery.
Imagine you're shopping on one of your favorite stores. When you check out, the Honey button drops down and all you have to do is click Apply Coupons. Wait a few seconds as Honey searches for coupons it can find for that site, and if Honey finds a working coupon, you'll watch the prices drop. You all know I have Luna, my cute little Pomeranian. I bought her some little goodies online, used Honey, and saved $4 effing dollars. Honey has found its over 17 million members, over $2 billion in savings. So if you don't have Honey, you could be straight up missing out on free savings. It's literally free and installs in a few seconds. And by getting it, you'll be doing yourself a solid and supporting the Bro Show. So get Honey for free at joinhoney.com/LucasJacob. That's joinhoney.com/LucasJacob.
Number 1, fastest land animal.
Fastest land animal?
Yeah. No, by the way, some of these I just thought of at the top of my head, but this is from like a random blog or whatever.
Tiger.
It's in the cat family.
Oh,
okay,
so it's a cheetah.
I'm not gonna give it to you, but yeah, it is a cheetah.
Oh wait, why did I say tiger?
I mean, to be honest, I wouldn't know that one. I don't think.
I'm just kidding. Okay, so I have one wrong.
Okay, number 2. What natural phenomenon usually comes after a rainstorm?
Rainbow.
Yes.
Yep.
So I was trying to trick you with that one because, like, when you say like natural phenomenon, I picture like a ghost pops up. Or something.
I mean, it is kind of actually weird. Side note that rainbows are even a thing. Like, I
No.
understand there's science behind it, but the fact that like a rainbow appears in the sky, is like, what?
Because I think rainbows are just a sign of like peace and justice. So the fact that that comes after a rainstorm, which is kind of crazy.
I know,
It's just
Jesus.
like, I know, it feels like someone's watching after us.
I know, because like a storm happens, half of the town dies from the storm, but then a rainbow appears and it makes everything better.
You just have to look at the bright side.
Yeah.
That's so crazy. Who painted Mona Lisa?
Shit. Let me think. There's 2 people in my mind. Hopefully one of them was right. But let me just think which one.
Okay, so to be honest, I wouldn't know the full name, but once I say the full name, you'll be like, oh. But you can just say like the first name or like the last name.
Oh, but the one I'm thinking of that I think it is like everyone, I feel like you always say it with both names, so it's probably not that one.
Well, okay, just say it. Maybe what I said stumped you, and like,
Okay.
and it's trying to be confusing or something.
Leonardo da Vinci?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm so thankful.
What were you gonna say?
I was either going to be Leonardo da Vinci or Picasso.
Oh, it's Leonardo da Vinci.
Who was the one who did those creepy photos where everything was kind of dripping?
Oh, okay. I'm gonna pull up a photo.
Like a Starry
and I wanna
Night.
know- Yeah, I love that photo.
Was that Picasso?
Let me see. I don't think that was Picasso. I think that was another person. Vincent Van Gogh.
Oh.
I had like a fake The Starry Night in my room. It looks so cool. Like years ago, I did.
Okay, so I know my art, guys. I'm an art person.
So right now you're at 85,000.
Yep.
Okay. Who was the president in the year 2000? So like this one, like I might know if
I'm
someone
trying to
asked
think of
me.
like the years. Okay, 2008, 2004.
That's cheating. I'm
Oh,
joking.
so George Bush. Really? I thought he was for
in the year 2000.
Oh, wait.
So like you don't get
12?
it, but I'll give you
No,
another guess.
2012 to 2008 to
Was
2004
Obama?
to 2000.
Oh, but when I said it, but in the year 2000, when you think about it,
Oh, but he wouldn't have actually been president. Wouldn't he probably got? He wouldn't.
George W. Bush wouldn't get
He wouldn't get until 2001.
inaugurated until 2001. So you actually got tricked on that one.
I was too dumb to figure it out.
Wait, because okay, so the last presidential election was
2020.
2020, and
But Biden wasn't president until 2021.
oh, so yeah, so when you actually get down to it, he got elected in 2000, but Bill
so
Clinton.
I didn't use logic enough. Okay, so I have 2 wrong.
Yeah. But would you have known it was Bill Clinton? I'm assuming, right?
Yeah, because I knew he was like the 90s.
Okay. Who killed Abraham Lincoln?
Oh shit!
They taught us
I
this
don't
so
know.
many times.
I
And I'm
think
like,
isn't it like a basic name? Weirdly.
I feel like they taught taught this to us every year in elementary school?
I'm trying to think. Honestly, nothing's even come to my mind. I'm gonna say John Waters.
John Wilkes Booth.
Oh,
I actually feel like you should get it.
no, because
Okay.
you should know Booth. Because when you said it, I feel like you know what I mean.
Actually-
We can't give me sympathy points.
No, the next one is like one that like. So maybe I'm just not cultured enough, but I actually wouldn't know. Who wrote Hamlet?
Shakespeare.
Yeah. How do you know that, by the way?
I just remember at my high school we did this whole thing on Shakespeare.
I read like 2 of his books in high school, I think. No,
We never we just talked about his plays or whatever.
Oh yeah. What state is UKY located?
What?
So just use your context clues.
Wait, what state is what?
UKY. So you know how every college basically has an acronym? So
okay.
USC, but this one's UKY.
I guess Kentucky.
Yeah, University of Kentucky. But
Is that where Addison Rae went?
I don't know. I just pulled up.
Is she even from Kentucky, or am I just being offensive?
I don't
Just
know,
from
but
somewhere like that.
When you said that, I took it as fact because isn't she Southern?
Yeah, I just picture Kentucky, Alabama, Louisiana.
Okay, so you have 3 on right now.
Yep. So far I'm worse than you.
Where does Patrick live in SpongeBob? And this question would actually be asked in one of those shows.
Oh yeah, $1 million listings. Multi-millionaire. Underneath that rock thing.
Yeah, underneath the rack.
Okay.
What does... Okay, this question's so fucking easy. Why not even add it? What does TGIF stand for?
Thank God it's Friday.
For some reason, there was a thought in my mind, maybe I'd get that wrong if someone asked me.
I feel like if I wasn't in a social situation where I was nervous and everyone was looking at me, I wouldn't be able to answer that.
Oh, okay. That's what I was thinking when you were asking me questions. Okay. If I was hanging out with a new group of people and they asked me those questions, I feel like I'd freeze on each one.
I know. I'd be like, well, thank God it's Fernando or something.
The last one. Who invented Ford? Ford vehicles.
General Ford. Oh, wait. Henry Ford?
Yeah, Henry Ford.
Wait, was he a general? Why am I saying... Who's General Ford? Because
Probably someone from the
that
army.
rings a bell. General Ford.
Someone from the army, right?
Yeah, probably the same person. So I got 3 wrong. Jacob is the trivia queen of the week.
Yeah, but that's a fun game. We should continue that maybe.
Oh my God. We should have if one of the bros, if anyone just wants to make us look like dumbasses live on the podcast, you should make a quiz for us that we can both take together.
Wait, okay, but if you do this, you can just make one quiz and we can both answer it live on the podcast.
Yeah, we both will do it on our separate. What's that one website? Kahoot.
Oh yeah, so if you really want
Kahoot?
to, if someone really wants to, you can make a Kahoot and we could do it on the podcast.
Then we can give the link to all the bros, and they can also take it before we take it, so they can see they can take it with us.
If they're smarter than
They can take it with us.
Doing when they're listening.
Yeah, somehow I will figure it out.
Yeah, they could do that. Well, because they could just click the link. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
The internet,
we should do
But
it.
yeah, if it would be cool if we did that because this one isn't completely equal.
Oh
Because the
yeah.
questions aren't equal.
But that'd be fun.
There's also an update. Whoever DM'd me this on Instagram, thank you. But there's an update on the LAX jetpack guy.
Oh yeah, the jetpacker guys. If for some reason this is the first podcast you're listening to, there's been a jetpack man above LAX, and no one knows what it is, but it's probably an alien.
No, so this update is actually just bringing us down to earth.
I know. I
It's
saw
not
it.
an update that's the jetpack guy's back again. So, I read this article earlier, but it's actually a short article. It's from KTLA, the local news station in LA. FBI says pilots might have seen balloons. So, I'll just read
Might.
this.
Keyword might.
Oh yeah, so they're still keeping a possibility. It still could be chuds. Chud.
What's that again?
It means something. Humanoid.
Doesn't our dad always say that?
Yeah, I just
It's
threw
just
it in.
chuds. Oh, cannibalistic humanoid.
Underground dweller.
What's that?
It's
what?
like a movie or something.
That is something dads would be obsessed with.
I know,
Chuds, cannibalistic humanoid underground dweller.
it just goes into the same thing of apocalypse.
I was like, there's these people out and zombies and stuff.
Okay, so police on Tuesday shared a new video of a flying object after repeated reports of pilots seeing jetpacks near LAX sport a federal investigation.
Okay.
So I guess there was a new video shared, okay? Now, both the FBI, the Federal Aviation Administration, and KTLA believe it's possible that the pilots actually saw balloons floating in the air. Now, this is a direct quote from a FAA spokesperson. The FAA has worked closely with the FBI to investigate every reported jetpack sighting. So far, none of these sightings have been verified. Then an FBI spokesperson said, one working theory is that pilots might have seen balloons. Now, my only problem with this is that, couldn't they at least be a little nicer? Because if I was a pilot that said I saw a jetpack, you're making him seem like a dumbass. Like, at least say it a little bit nicer.
But it was a balloon looking like a jetpack, right?
Yeah, so,
Imagine if it was just a regular ass balloon and they just like created the rest.
So I guess in this article they said that it could have been a flying object that looked like a balloon, where like someone put a toy that looked like a person. Oh. So like a balloon, but they made it look like a person. That's like a theory. And then in a close-up image, the objects looks like an inflatable Jack Skellington. Which, trivia question? Who is that?
Jack Skellington.
It's the main character from A Night Before Christmas.
Oh.
So, yeah, and with the rest of the article, I read this earlier this week, but basically it just goes further into, like, it probably isn't a jetpack person, which...
Yeah, because there isn't even technology to go up that high. Because remember we saw, the last time we talked about the jetpack, the people with the most advanced jetpack technology, they said there would be no way to go up that high because you'd run out of fuel.
Yeah, like, I'm all down for, like, let's find out if this is a jetpack, but I'm just part of the group that I think it just is a balloon.
But like whoever's doing this, like that's dangerous.
Yeah.
Going an airplane paths.
Well, okay, but then at the same time, maybe it's not a jetpack, but do they have some like technology to make things go up so high? Because balloons do float high.
Maybe they know how to make like a weather balloon or something. But like, imagine like if a plane hit that or like went into the engine, it's like this prank is going a little bit too far.
So I actually am so curious if it's just someone that lives by LAX, did it one day, and then it took off, like all these articles got away, and so now they do it like every few months. I'm curious.
Yeah, I don't know. The whole thing is just like confusing. Like I would think that they'd be able to track down who did it.
Yeah, because I thought they would too. But now I'm also just curious because why did they just now say it's balloons when there's been like multiple sightings throughout last year?
I'm just going to say it's aliens still.
What?
It is.
Oh, and then someone else suggested that it may have been an electronic drone with a mannequin attached. We've all seen those viral Facebook videos that your mom shows you, where it's like a ghost attached to a drone, and I was ah!
Even that, it's like the prank's going too far, going into the LAX air path.
Oh, so I'm so curious, how don't more helicopters and stuff crash from drones?
Oh yeah, because like anyone can just have one and fly it.
Whoa!
I know you're supposed to like register it, but you don't like, have to.
There is supposed to be rules, like you can't fly it this close to an airport. So I guess most people just follow the rules.
I've flown mine next to an airport. I never have. I don't even own a drone, so don't come for me.
But yeah, that's the update. It's not really exciting, but it's interesting.
I have something I want to bring up because I want to know if any of the bros have this profession, and I want to learn more about it. So basically, I was scrolling through Reddit, and somehow I stumbled upon this thing of waiters and waitresses making six figures, and I was like, "What?"
So like 100,000 or more.
Yeah, I was shocked because I was like, I just didn't know that was a thing. I was like, "Oh my, that's amazing!" Like, go off. And then I read more about it, and I think I read a Ask Me Anything from someone who said they worked at a really fancy restaurant in Beverly Hills. And I think they said they made it was like over like $150K a year or something.
Oh my god!
And they were like in their 20s, and they said they're a career waiter is what they called it. And they
What's
said
that?
I guess like their career is going to be being a waiter.
Oh, okay. So like so it's not just like a job I have in between.
Yeah, they're like, oh yeah.
Oh, like this is my actual career.
Yeah, like, and they said they were doing so good, and they were just like, yeah, like if you want to know anything, let me know. And they said, what did they say? Oh, they said they've had, it's pretty normal, like during the busiest season is like the winter, which I'm actually surprised by. They said the slow months are the summer.
Would it be because this is just a theory, like people grill out in the summer at their house?
Yeah, maybe like on vacation or something.
Barbecues? I don't know.
Yeah, but in the winter, like everyone was like, oh yeah, like meeting up with family and stuff and going to these giant dinners. They said it would be common in the busy months to get tips of $1,000.
So with like these waiters and waitresses making so much money, most of the money would all come from tips, because don't waiters and waitresses get paid like not even minimum wage?
Yeah, because it's supposed to make it up in tips or whatever.
Yeah.
But what was I gonna say? But And then someone asked like, what's the biggest tip you ever gotten? And it was like 15,000. But it was split between like I think it was split between 6 people, but that's still so much money.
Oh, okay. Because
I guess 6 people are taking care of like this gigantic party, which if they're tipped 20%, or maybe they just tipped more, but like that bill would have been insane. Like this must be like the fanciest, most like expensive ass food restaurant
this wasn't
ever.
happening at like an Applebee's.
Yeah, maybe how much food would you have to buy to ever rack up that?
Yeah, I feel like if you bought everything at Applebee's, it still wouldn't be that much.
I know.
But so like with tips, I've heard sometimes that like even if you're the only one working at the table, you have to split it with like the bartenders, the chefs. But
I don't know how that works.
Restaurant. I'm not sure.
I don't know how that works. I didn't read about that, but yeah, they said it's common. I don't know if this is actually true, but they said it's common if like you work in New York City or like West Hollywood or Beverly Hills to be able to make close to 6 figures a year.
That's crazy.
I know. So I just want to know, are any of you guys waiters or waitresses at a high-end establishment? Tell us all the tea. What goes down? Is there a fight? Like, I would picture, like, they would know who was going to give the $1,000 tip because they would order so much effing bottles of champagne or whatever that, like, everyone would fight for that table. Like, how do they pick which waiter or waitress gets to be that table's person?
Yeah. Yeah, that is really... Yeah, how would that go?
I was like, what's the interview process like? Because I'm assuming, like, to get those jobs would be, like, so... like coveted.
I think you'd have to be like so for like the like really like fancy bougie establishments. Like you have to be so personable.
Oh,
I think they wouldn't just hire anyone.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So if you're what did they say they were?
Career waiter.
A career waiter. I don't know if any of you guys are that.
But they also someone like broke it into tiers. I don't know if this is true, but they said something like if you work at like a bottom like I guess like maybe an Applebee's type place or something. They said like you wouldn't be able to get close to 6 figures. But they said the mid tier would be like Cheesecake Factory, where they said like you maybe wouldn't be able to get 6 figures a year, but like something good. And then the high end places in these giant cities are where it'd be possible.
Oh, like you could make 6 figures.
Yeah.
This was like a year ago. I saw this TikTok of this person that was a strip club waiter or waitress.
Yeah.
And so like she doesn't strip, she's just like she's the waitress at the strip club. And she also said like she earned somewhere around like $150 a year.
That is crazy.
But I've thought that before when I've ate at Cheesecake when it's like so busy. I've like thought like so I don't even know if this is true, but I thought like you could probably earn like $60,000 a year working at Cheesecake.
Oh yeah, I would assume if it was busy and stuff. But
that's crazy.
You know how we were
people
saying
that much.
You know how waiters and waitresses don't get paid the proper wage or whatever because of tips? But how is that fair if you're working like during the dead hours? For example, if you're working from like 1 to 7, like that whole afternoon might just be dead.
And you know, like not like these like, but like you know those like assholes that don't tip.
Oh yeah.
So it is weird.
You don't get how that would be fair if like depending on what time of the day you're working. Maybe they have like it all. I don't know. I honestly don't know. But
or maybe they like have it higher for like dead hours.
Yeah.
The wage. That is insane though, because at those fancy restaurants, I bet people do always spend like a bunch of money.
Oh yeah.
Money.
Money, money, money.
I mean, the more you know.
Yep.
This is Choose a Career with Lucas and Jacob. This is a waitress. A waiter. You can earn up to $150,000 a year, and you have to be personable.
Maybe there's somebody out there listening who is like, I don't really know what job I want to have, and maybe you love talking to people and the restaurant atmosphere, and you live close to a high-end establishment. Sign up.
The thing about it is that, like, it would be hard work.
Yeah,
especially if you want to tip. I'm just guessing you have like 4 tables. You ask all of them, do you want a refill of your water?
Yeah, and also
it'd be stressful.
I just realized like at these like really expensive places, it might be so high stakes to be a waiter or waitresses because like these people spending so much money on their food probably are like there can be no mistakes and all this stuff. Whereas if like you mess up someone's food at Applebee's or whatever, people are mad, but they're like, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So, I don't know how it would be. That'd be I don't know.
Yeah, it could be really stressful.
I remember after high school, a few of my friends like moved to like the city near our town, and they worked at this bar as waitresses, and they said like they would cry every single day, like they both quit. They said it was just like
it
horrible.
Was so stressful.
Yeah, they said like during like the sport, like the big sporting days and stuff where the bars, they said like it was just crazy and like it was too much.
Oh, what sounds super hard for me is being a drink maker or like a bartender. A drink maker.
Oh yeah, like having
There's so many different types of alcohol.
I never get how they pick who to serve next. When like everyone's just gathered around a bar.
And then like okay, yeah, like there's like 50 types of hard alcohol, and then oh no, it just sounds difficult.
No, would you just wing it? Do you think? Like obviously, I miss you to learn.
Don't
but, like,
at like some places they make them go to like a school
like
that
a
lasts like 2
bartending
weeks.
school?
Yeah, so I guess if you did that, you'd probably be.
Oh yeah.
I wanted to know the origin of No Nut November. Because you know
we're in No Nut November, guys.
No. So yeah. I want to know the origin of No Nut November. So you know how like there's this internet joke, No Nut November.
Yeah.
But then I was on Twitter the other day. Like every day is No Nut November on Twitter on the trending page. Now someone started a new one, Nonstop Nut November.
Oh, someone's making a movement to like
Nonstop Nut.
Oh my God! So they're trying to tempt the no nutters to break the thing.
Yeah, but then so I want to know how this No Nut November started. But then it turns out, which I didn't think about, the origin of No Nut November starts with No Shave November.
That started the nose, like the no something November.
Yeah, because to learn the origin of No Nut November, I had to learn the origin of No Shave November. Which
So that started the trend.
Yeah, I started the trend.
I was gonna do no shave November. I did trim it though.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it does look trimmed.
Yeah, because I filmed a video yesterday and I felt too insecure to go on with my beard, so I trimmed it. But I am planning on like not like fully shaving my face. Maybe I should just let it grow to like see what it looks like.
It would be interesting for a full 30 days.
Should we both do it?
I don't think I would, but
why?
The actual reason is because I find it annoying.
Oh, like itches?
No, it doesn't even itch. I just find it annoying.
Oh.
But yeah, you should. So No Shave November, actually started from an annual charity event where men wouldn't shave or cut their facial hair for the entire month of November as a way of raising awareness and money to fight cancer.
Okay.
This is from dictionary.com, which I didn't know. Cool. Amazing. So then, No Nut November, this is the origin of that. An Urban Dictionary entry for No Nut November was published in 2011. So this is when, what is going to guess it started in 2011? This person that put it on the internet, you know? So then like it started this whole wave.
Okay.
And then in 2017, the movement gained popularity on social media. It was so there's like Reddits, I guess, for no fap. So that just means not masturbating. Because I watched it was a Lisa Ling thing about it. There's like communities called like no fap communities because like they're addicted to porn. Okay, I don't know if everyone in this community is addicted to porn, but some people are addicted to porn, so they don't want to be addicted to porn. So then, like, the only solution is, like, not masturbating.
Also, I think there's, like, I
don't know.
There's, like, they have claims that have been, like, proven to not be true.
Oh, there's also things where, like, people say if you don't masturbate, like, you have mental clarity.
Or they say, like, because I remember, I forgot what it was. It was, like, maybe it was, like, an ASAP Science video or something. But they were talking about the whole no fat movement because the whole thing was if you don't masturbate for 5+ days, like, your testosterone boosts so much and all these like happy hormones go in your brain and like all these amazing things happen, which I guess the actual science is that does happen, but then for like a day and then it just goes back to normal. So people saying like never fap again, like it wouldn't actually mean anything because it would just go back.
You just have like an X amount of testosterone for one day and it just goes back.
Yeah, so it isn't like actually what they say.
So I guess even though I thought No Nut November was a complete joke for Twitter, I guess it actually gained popularity in no fap communities on Reddit.
Oh, that's like the month they all decided like we're gonna do it together.
Yeah, so I don't know if anyone actually did it. I'm assuming someone did. But then I started No Nut November and then Nonstop Nut November. That's like I just thought about it the other day.
I'm gonna comment below which one you guys are a part of.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I'm honestly now just curious about these no fap communities. Like I know, yeah, people claim these mental health claims, but then also porn. I don't know. I'm curious about it.
Yeah, I don't know.
I watched one Lisa Ling documentary, so that's all I know about it. But yeah, that's the origin of No Nut November. If anyone was wondering.
Well, perfect.
I thought it was interesting.
I thought it was interesting too. The broke show community is thankful they learned that.
Yeah. Something else I wanted to talk about was, when we were, well, this isn't even relevant to the story, but when we were in New York, I was showering, and then when you're in the shower and sometimes you just have like random thoughts. And you just you're just like, whoa, So I had like this thought that like, you know how like things are part of like the like culture?
Mm-hmm.
Like the culture of what's going on the internet or something.
Yeah.
So, like that changes all the time. Like what's in the culture right now? Like
just like in the zeitgeist or whatever.
Yeah.
I guess No Nut November.
Oh yeah, like No Nut November. But then I had this thought in the shower. I like when I thought of it, I was like, wait, this is crazy, but it's obviously not an original thought. But I had this thought that what if everything that we think is happening now, because how like a lot of things are like happening now. What if they've always been happening, but what is taking this time to focus on them? Now, the way that I was thinking about this was just like lighthearted issues. I'm not talking about like issues that like are more like serious. So what I was thinking of was cancel culture. What cancel culture can be serious, but I'm more likely falling to cancel culture in a way where like someone gets canceled because they ate McDonald's. I'm not talking about like people getting canceled for racism, because that's actually bad, So people getting canceled for like eating McDonald's and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I had like this thing. I was like, wait, what? Hasn't cancel culture always been a thing? But what is taking this moment to focus on it?
Oh yeah, just like the new hot like media word.
Yeah, so it made me think about that. But then I also get why cancel culture is so big right now, because like the internet, so like you can do anything on the internet.
Yeah.
And there's like big communities for anything.
It's even back in like the really early ass days, like the caveman days. Isn't that why people say people have social anxiety? Because it goes back to those days where if the reason why you're so anxious to please everyone you're around is because back in those days
you would die or something.
They would just like kick you out of the tribe and like you just like be on your own and like so miserable.
So like that's kind of like the original cancel culture.
I know, like I wonder what they kicked people out of the caveman groups for. Like, do you think everyone was just as simple as like they were annoying and it was like, get the fuck out of like the cave?
I think it could be a thing where like they didn't use the word vibes, but like the vibes were out.
Yeah, or just like you're just bad energy. So they kick them out and have to. That would suck. Like, can you imagine how much of a people pleaser you'd have to be back then? I would not want to get kicked out of the tribe.
But then I kind of feel like no one really. Well, I guess people did think about it because they had like anxiety about it.
Yeah.
So, basically to go back into like this whole theory, like things are always a thing, but we just make them a thing right now.
Oh yeah,
so,
I
like,
get what you mean.
So like even like men wearing makeup. Haven't men always been wearing makeup?
Oh yeah, like Boy George, David Bowie.
But now we're taking this moment to be like.
It's funny how everyone acts like it's like this big. Even like Harry Styles wearing a dress, which like I'm sure he was at the shoot and just wanted to wear one, and they took the photo. But then the media and everyone makes it into this huge thing, like the first time a man ever wore a dress. And like, what is going on? When there's been these gender bending people for so long.
And
but there's
even
a
like
thing
back
where,
in the day, men wore dresses. Like that's what they did.
But isn't there probably that thing where, like you said, everyone just wants to believe that the time we're in right now is like the most important.
Yeah, I feel like it kind of does stem from like being like, wait, we're like changing the world right now. Well, like so like with this whole thought that I had, it kind of does go into the thing where this whole topic of like, oh, like what is choosing to focus on it when it's always been there. But
yeah.
So with cancel culture, that was like the main thing that I was thinking about. So first I thought Judy Garland got canceled. This is what I was thinking in the shower. I thought, wait, didn't Judy Garland get canceled back in the day? Because I heard stories about when she died, she was like so poor and like she lived in she lived in like a rundown.
I think her career definitely like was done.
But yeah, after like Googling, I don't think she got like canceled, like her shows got canceled. I don't think.
I mean, I'm sure a show got canceled, but it wasn't a thing where like she got canceled for doing something bad.
But like, was it a thing like, I don't think it was a thing where everyone fired her. Because that would be technically canceled. I
don't know. I mean, I think it was a thing where they just stopped hiring her.
But yeah, from my research, I don't think Judy Garland would be considered a canceled person.
Yeah, because she didn't do, as far as I'm aware, she didn't do one thing where everyone was like, what? And then canceled her.
Oh, yeah. By the way, when I said Judy Garland was canceled, I meant like back in the day, people viewed her as canceled. Obviously, nowadays, we just view her as an icon.
I know. I was so surprised when I learned that. When I watched a documentary about Judy Garland, because I think most people, unless like you knew about her life, you would just think that she was always on top when she was alive. You know what I mean? Because she's such an icon. It's literally Judy Garland.
She was in the first Color movie.
So I just assumed like, oh yeah, she was just a movie star her whole life. But then you actually learned about her life, and it was crazy that like she went through these long ass periods where she was just like trying to find work and stuff.
And that is crazy. So with my proof that cancel culture has always been a thing. Now so at first I wasn't gonna bring any proof because I was like, I just know it's true. But then I want to bring proof to be like a full-on scientist.
Give us the receipts.
So I was just Googling like celebrity scandals in the 90s and stuff.
Yeah.
But I mean, I feel like all of us would agree that people got canceled before the internet age. But one instant where this person got canceled, legit. Ellen DeGeneres got canceled when she came out. Her character in a sitcom show came out as lesbian, and she's also lesbian in real life. And the show got canceled. So, and I'm pretty sure I've watched documentaries about her, and like, didn't she literally couldn't find work for the longest time? Couldn't she not find work for like the longest time?
Yeah, so she literally, I guess pretty much was canceled back then for
literally
coming out.
Internet.
Yeah.
So like with that right there is proof that like we're acting like cancel culture is such a big thing when it was a thing back then.
Or even like when we were we've talked about this on the podcast, the movie Showgirls. I can't think of what the actress's name is, but the girl from Saved by the Bell.
Yeah, she got canceled.
Yeah, because the movie was so risky and like her vagina was shown and stuff, and it was so sexual that like her agency literally dropped her. So she was for sure canceled.
That's insane. And then also, I have a few examples, by the way. Just to really prove my point. Madonna, which like she's like had a really scandalful. That's not a word, but scandalful career.
Oh, yeah.
Well, one of the stand-up moments was in the Like a Prayer music video. I remember hearing about this, but I read this on the cheatsheet.com. But in the Like a Prayer music video, in the back of her, there's burning crosses. So she got canceled for this because it's like Christian imagery, but then she's burning
Oh,
it.
yeah,
so,
that's actually pretty crazy because
this was like back in the day.
There was even more stuff than burning crosses. Wasn't there like other like making like making the whole religion thing like sexual?
Yeah, I guess
that's so weird because like I'm not even, people always say like 2021 music videos are insane. Like what else is gonna happen? It keeps getting worse, but like I honestly don't know if someone would do that today.
No, okay.
Like I know Lil Nas X did the whole devil thing, but I don't think someone would literally show a church with like and make it like, you know what I mean? Or would like
I could see it happening.
I could see. I don't know if like a mainstream pop star would.
Yeah, I feel like it's still edgy today.
Yeah.
So this kind of further proves the point of everything has always been happening.
Yeah, for sure.
So with this whole, but back to the Madonna being a scandal person, I watched a documentary about her, and yeah, like when she was going on tour for one of her albums, it was probably the album that had Like a Prayer on it. Mm-hmm. Like people legit would like always protest the shows, and when she did a show in Canada, I think one of the places in Canada, one of the cities, they the police came to her before the show and said, if you perform right after you perform, you're gonna go to jail. But she still did the show, and it turns out the police were just lying because she didn't go to jail. But that just like proof that like.
Yeah.
Like that, like she just kept using like religious, because I think that's why they didn't like it, because she was using religious stuff.
And
kind of as like a joke, I guess. I don't know.
But what was I saying? I think I watched that same documentary, and I remember when they showed clips from the tour, I was like shocked because it was like so sexual. Wasn't she literally like masturbating on stage?
Yeah, like I think it started with like her like touching on.
Which is crazy because like I feel like if someone did, it's another example. If someone did that today in 2020, everyone would say, what is going on? Why is this happening? Acting like it was the first time, you know?
Yeah.
And they would say, what else is going to happen next? But it's like, boo, that happened in the 90s.
It also kind of goes into it to like people. Okay, this is kind of a negative point of view, but I feel like people do love negativity. So people do want to think that the time they're living in is the most sinful time.
Yeah,
or like the worst time.
Or like the world's about to end. Because like that's such a vibe now, like because of the pandemic and stuff. But I remember I read that like people from the dawn of time, people always have thought the time that they're in is the end of the world. They always have thought, we are on the brink of the world ending. Like, that's always been everyone's opinion because we always want to believe that that'll happen when we're so important that it could only possibly happen when all of us are alive. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and then I feel like it also stems from like a level of anxiety in your brain being like, maybe like I feel like it is gonna end.
Yeah.
Another example is I actually watched a YouTube video from Vogue. Guys should watch it. It's Brooke Shields. She got canceled because she did these Calvin Klein ads.
Oh yeah, nothing comes between me and my Calvins.
Yeah, which I literally didn't know about this until a few days ago, but she was like 15 at the time, and like the videos were like sexually suggestive, what people say. But yeah, she basically said like, I mean, it's what, like she said that it helped her career and it also helped Calvin Klein.
She wasn't canceled for long then.
Well, but during the time, they showed interviews in this Vogue video, and like people were like treating her like she was like literally like the grossest person.
Oh,
and
so
people
it was
were
like huge ass backlash, but she still worked and stuff.
No, well, I'm pretty sure. Well, like, okay, I guess I don't know if like she couldn't walk at the time, but they like tried to play the ads, and like some places wouldn't play the ads and stuff.
Oh, so it was like a huge like giant scandal.
I'm guessing for like a while, people were like, "What are you doing?" You know, like so gross.
Yeah.
So that's an example of someone getting canceled. I think that was in like the 80s. Sex tapes, Pamela Anderson. I'm like, you could say Paris Hilton and Kim Kardashian got canceled.
Oh yeah, I wonder if that was like. Actually, it wasn't. I was about to do the whole thing you were just making fun of. I was gonna say Paris Hilton was the first time someone had a sex tape and it made them famous, but that's not even true because I think this is real. For some reason I thought it was a fiction book I read, but I'm pretty sure this is. I watched this whole like documentary on how Playboy was made, and that's like kind of what launched Marilyn Monroe's career in a way.
A sex tape?
But like she was naked on the cover of Playboy, but it was against her will because like I guess she took these naked photos before she was famous, and then Hugh Hefner found them and was like. He bought them and was like, we're putting this on the cover of my first ever issue of Playboy to like launch my magazine. So it was this huge thing. Like she was a huge movie star and was also doing like these naked photos.
How could that happen? Like that whole Hugh Hefner taking the photos.
I guess like they were for sale because she took the photos. Like she was doing nude photo shoots or whatever. But then she became a movie star and she probably, I'm assuming she didn't want them out, but they were still like being sold.
Yeah, see, like, this topic is just so interesting to me because it just is like, okay, let's just say so-and-so celebrity did a nude photo shoot. You know, people are still going to say, why are people naked all the time nowadays? When, like, people were doing it back then, too. Mm-hmm. So my one question, I fully believe everything I'm saying. I mean, you talk about it in the comments. Like, obviously, I'm not going to, I don't know, maybe I am just over-exaggerating it, but... The one thing that I feel like might has changed the intensity of everything. Whereas you can go on Twitter right now and it literally looks like everyone's hating on this person. Whereas maybe when like Ellen DeGeneres got her show canceled, she didn't see people in like Michigan telling her, "You're such a bad person."
Like she would only see the headlines from these publicity places.
Yeah, whereas like now you'd see all over the internet people hitting on you. So I feel like in that way, the intensity of like cancel culture and like there's all these other things that we were talking about that people say are just nowadays when in reality they've always been happening. Like probably the intensity is a little bit different.
But then I almost think maybe it was worse back then in a way. Because I feel like nowadays like so many people get canceled every single month that like it does suck if it's happening, but it just blows over and everyone forgets about it. But back then I feel like Ellen, like it might have actually been like a thing where like people were talking about it for so long.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Because like it wasn't, and like even the Brooke Shields thing, like it was like everyone was talking about it for like months because there was nothing else going on. Whereas nowadays, like if you get canceled the next day, like someone on TikTok does something horrible and everyone forgets about your thing.
I kind of want to take back what I said because also, okay, I'm just guessing this happened. It still happens nowadays, but I'm guessing back then it happened way more. So Brooke Shields did these ads. Yeah. Everyone was like, you, okay, this is just me guessing, but I just feel like it happened. You know, at like these churches, the pastors and priests were talking about it for like 3 weeks after. Oh, yeah. Whereas nowadays, there's so much controversial photos and videos. I'm guessing the pastor and priests. The only reason I'm saying this because there's like videos of pastors and priests talking about the Lil Nas X music video, like he controls what everyone does. But what I'm saying is, I feel like back then they would focus on it more, like these like biblical people.
Oh yeah, and all the spotlight would be on you.
Yeah, and you literally seem like the devil even more than now.
Oh yeah, but who knows? Maybe but then again, the whole social media thing probably does make it more intense.
I'm just wow. I feel like we're really uncovering shit,
dissecting everything.
No, I don't think that's anything revolutionary, but it is really interesting to talk about. Like, do you agree with what I'm saying or no? Like the whole thing of nothing's actually new.
I think that it's just a thing where we always want to think that so much that the time we're living in is the craziest possible time.
It also goes into this thing where let's say I created this comedy show and I had like a new element to the show. Like I could say I was the first person to ever do this, but I feel like if you tracked it back, I wouldn't be the first person to ever do it.
Yeah,
so
that's for sure too. I feel like everyone wants to pretend like they were the first to do so and so, but then it comes out.
But you're probably not. But
or like maybe, for sure.
I feel like we've talked about this, but I kind of do think like everything's copied.
For sure, 100%.
Should we just end it with that? I guess. Do you have anything else to talk about?
Nope.
That was all my topics. I'm so glad I got to talk about everything. So fun.
Thank you guys for listening, and be a bro, because you are one.
Yes. Bye.
Bye.